Hey, glad you're here. Let's talk about something that quietly changes the way you feel every time you sit down at your desk. I'm talking about the Azure 3 Plus. You already know this isn't for the casual, once-in-a-while type. This is for you if you crave that feeling of smooth power under your fingertips. The kind of person who looks at a machine and instantly knows whether it's built with intention or built to cut corners. And once you hear what this thing delivers, you'll understand why it fits you perfectly. Before we go deeper, check the current price and stock while you listen, because this model moves fast. You've probably felt it lately, that moment when your old setup started to show its limits. Little freezes during intense moments, fans ramping up like a jet engine, long project loads, a few too many compromises you kept trying to ignore. At some point you realized you'd outgrown that phase. You were ready for something that didn't fight you back. The first day you fire up the Azure 3 Plus, there's this quiet wave of relief. You feel the confidence of a system that finally keeps up with you instead of slowing you down. It's the difference between pushing through friction and actually enjoying the speed you paid for. Picture your real days with it. You jump into a long gaming session where the world loads instantly and stays locked in with sharp frames and steady responsiveness. Then you shift into editing or multitasking, stacking tabs, software, files, nothing budges. Later at night, you're streaming, chatting, running background tasks, and the whole thing stays cool, silent, and steady. It becomes part of your daily rhythm without ever becoming the bottleneck. What you feel is the performance. Not just the numbers on paper, the sensation of effortless transitions, instant actions, and power that simply doesn't dip when you push it. Once you get used to that level of smoothness, going back to anything weaker feels impossible. If you haven't checked the price yet, don't wait. Models with parts like this have weird fluctuations, and stock tends to shift without warning. And maybe you're wondering if it's too much, or if you should play it safe with something smaller. But here's the truth, every time you try to talk yourself into a weaker option, you end up circling back to the Azure 3 Plus. You already know what you actually want. You're just trying to justify settling. One thing that surprises people is how stable it stays under load. Even when you stack the pressure with heavy games or demanding work, it keeps a firm, calm presence. That stability becomes addictive. You start trusting your system in a way you never did before. And you feel proud owning something built at this level. It changes how you sit, how you play, how you work. There's a confidence that comes with knowing your setup isn't just good enough, it's genuinely powerful. Here's what stands out when you live with it, the speed feels instant. The graphics feel rich and clean. The multitasking feels endless. The overall experience feels premium. The day-to-day feels smoother. Downsides. It's not tiny, and you might rethink your desk layout. And once you're used to this much power, everything else feels slow. And eventually you stop comparing. You just choose the machine you already knew you wanted from the start. If you feel that pull toward an upgrade you won't regret, check the link, see the current price, and make it yours.